Luxie 640 Pro this Luxie 640 Pro Precision. Oh my god, am I having a stroke? So we are going to be doing my everyday no makeup look. So for a primer, I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. Suntouchable Whoa Glow SPF 30. And then on top of that, I'm going to be putting the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. So for the sunscreen, I just take a little bit on my hand and I'll just rub that all over my skin with my fingers. I just love this because yes, it protects you from the sun, but it also gives you a nice glowy base. And then for the putty primer, I just put a little bit on my finger as well. And then this, I just focus this in my T-zone. I like to really press it into my pores. Now, I usually just go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter Foundation, but this is the lightest shade in Fair, and it is not fair. So I'm going to mix that with the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. And I have this in Light 205, which is surprisingly lighter than the Fair. So with the e.l.f. Halo Glow, I'm just going to dot that on my face. I just like to use this because I like the glow and I like having a dewy finish. And then I'm just going to take the CC, pump that onto the back of my hand. I'm only going to take a very little bit and then I'm going to dot that. And then just with my Morphe Y6 brush, I'm just going to blend that all out. This probably still isn't going to be the right shade, but when I blend out my foundation or any type of thing, if I'm going to be putting on concealer, I like to avoid the under eye area so that when I put concealer on, it doesn't look too cakey under there. And then for concealer, I'm going to be going in with the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. And then I don't really like, I don't like a lot of makeup, so I kind of just place a little bit just in my T-zone to brighten everything up a little bit and also give me a little bit of coverage underneath my eyeballs. And I'm just going to take the same brush that I used for my foundation. And I'm just going to blend everything in. I like this concealer because it definitely is buildable, which I like because you can build it up to the amount of coverage that you want and it doesn't get cakey as you build it. But it also helps when you don't put your foundation right underneath your eyes. And then for cream blush, I'm going in with the LYS Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in Kindness. And I'm just going to take that on my ColourPop F21 brush. I do also like using my finger to apply this or even a beauty sponge. I like the finger because the warmth of your hand just like melts it into your skin, even though this already blends into your skin really nicely. And yes, even though it's 40 degrees out and cold and fall, I still like to give myself the little like sun-kissed look and apply my blush on top of my nose. Now, I don't do cream bronzer or contour if I'm just doing an everyday kind of look thing because I don't like a lot of creams on my face because then my face gets oily and it kind of slides around everywhere. I don't like that. But I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Highlighter and Illuminator. And then I'm just going to apply this everywhere I would apply highlighter normally. And then this I'll just blend out with my finger. I like this because it blends really smoothly. I've tried the blush. The color I got I was not the biggest fan of, but it's the only color that they had in stock. And then the contour, I believe it's the contour. The shade I got for light or fair skin was like way too cool tone for me. It looked a lot more gray than I like, so I just don't ever use that. And now that our face is glowing to the gods, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and then I use this along with the little puff that it comes with. And this is in the shade Light. I don't know if it came in shades. I'm just gonna apply this in my T-zone, and I just like to get on the back of the sponge and then pat the excess off on my hand. And then when I set my under eye, I like to go from the outer corner to the inner corner. I don't know if it does anything different, I just prefer doing it that way. I don't know why. One thing I hate about loose powders is that I literally always get it on my pants. And of course, every time I'm using it, I'm wearing black pants. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. And then I also just use this and then I'll just take this on the rest of my face. I just like that combination because it does take away a little bit of shine, but it doesn't take all of it away, so your face doesn't look extremely matte. And I'm going to be taking the LYS Beauty No Limits Matte Bronzer in the shade Motivate. And I'm going to go in with my ColourPop F18 brush, which is just like a big fluffy brush. I'm just going to bronze the skin up a little bit. Honestly, most days I don't do this, but today I'm feeling a little adventurous. I will say anything that I've just recently discovered the LYS Beauty brand, and I love them. I them. Freaking love them. The cream blush I have, it blends beautifully. And it has like a nice, not like extremely matte, but it's also not extremely glowy. It has like a nice like sheen to it. And then the bronzer just blends in really nicely. It's not too pigmented at first, so you have the opportunity to blend it to the pigmentation you want, and then it doesn't get like splotchy. And then for blush, I'm going in with the ColourPop Fresh and Peachy powder blush. I love peach blushes. I don't know what it is. I don't even know if they're good for my skin tone because I'm really pale, but I just love them. I'm gonna be going in with this Luxie 640 tapered brush to apply my blush. I like this blush for powders because it disperses it really nicely and it doesn't have it packed into one spot. And I started recently liking to do my bronzer before my blush because I feel like when I add the blush on top, it kind of blends everything together really nicely. Then for highlighter, I'm going to be going in with the LYS Beauty Aim High Pressed Highlighter Powder in Brave, which is like a nice champagne color. And my battery is about to die. And I'm going to take this on a Morphe MV43 brush, which is just like a nice little fluffy brush. And then I just add that to the high points of my cheeks, my nose, basically everywhere where I put that liquid highlighter. And we're going in with the e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel. What color is this? I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I don't fill in my brows anymore like I used to. I just like to put a brow gel on top and call it a day. But if you like brow gels that are going to like glue your brows down, you probably won't like this because this doesn't really do anything. This just kind of gives it color more or less and gets the foundation and other products out of your eyebrows. And then for setting spray, everybody's tried and true, the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I love the crap out of this, and I don't know when they made this bigger bottle, but I'm thankful for whoever came out with this idea because the mist is just so fine and feels so good, especially when you're hot, that you just want to keep. That's probably why I go through like 800 bottles of these, because I just want to keep spraying on my face because it just feels so good. And enough chit-chatting. Before that dries down, I like to go back in with my highlighter and I go on more dense brush. This is the ColourPop. I don't know what brush this is. More of a densely packed brush. And then I'll go in with the highlighter and put that on top. I like to do this while the skin is still wet because it adds a little bit more of a pop. Alright, so I probably don't have much time before my battery dies again, so I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. I'm just going to curl my lashes and then apply them off camera so I can turn my camera off, and I'll be right back. So this is the finished look, my everyday no makeup look. I usually don't put mascara on my lower lashes just because I feel like to me it looks a little bit more natural, I guess. I also haven't worn mascara in a while because I usually do the little like DIY lash extension things. So I forgot how good this mascara was. So if you're looking for a good drugstore mascara, the Telescopic, she don't play around. My battery's blinking again. So stay tuned for my next video because I'm going to be doing a Shein haul. So yeah, love you guys. Bye.